Welcome everybody. We'll just wait a few more minutes so a few more people to log in. So just keep yourself moving a little bit. Hopefully a few of you have got out of bed this morning, decided to get your workouts in early. If you're just joining us, welcome. Welcome to the Matrix Fitness live workout. We're going to be doing about a 30-minute warm-up. Then you can go out and get yourself a little bit of a run or do any other exercises you want to do as well. Totally up to you. This could be your big workout for the day. This could just be one of your daily workouts indoors before you go out and get your exercise outside as well. We're going to be starting in literally about a minute's time, so just keep yourself moving a little bit. It's a nice morning out there, nice and sunny over the last couple of days, so hopefully that weather continues. Okay, I think we're ready to begin. Let me hit the start timer for us and then we can get going. Welcome to the Matrix Fitness Workout. My name's Matt Gleed. I'm one of the master trainers at the Matrix Fitness UK team. Our goal today is just to take you through a little bit of a workout to get you moving. If this isn't your workout today, but you just want to check out, see what we're doing, you can join us at another workout at 12 o'clock. We also have another workout this evening at 5 o'clock as well. So you've got plenty of opportunities to join us. If you want to see what we're doing this morning, we will do it again at lunchtime and this evening as well. So feel free to come back to us at any other time if today is just your time to watch us in bed and to taking a bit of an assessment to see what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be starting in around about 20 seconds time of doing the actual exercises. Please make sure any time if you feel as if you're getting a little bit tired of doing the exercise, feel free to stop. If at any time you want to stop and grab some water, hopefully you've got some water nearby you. You might have a mat nearby you, you might have a towel. You really don't need much equipment, it's just literally you and the floor, and we're going to get all the exercises going from there. So to begin with, what we're going to be doing is just getting your knees up a little bit higher. So just literally marching on the spot. The whole goal to begin with is just to get your heart rates up a little bit. Some of you might be wearing your heart rate monitors just to see what your heart rate's doing out there. It's important for people who are tracking their activity to see how hard they're working. There's actually quite a lot of advice out there about not working too hard at times like this. Doing high intensity infield training a lot of the time can actually weaken your immune system as well. It's great for you improving your fitness, but at the same time it does come with some areas of concern as well. So make sure that you are getting yourself active, but it doesn't always have to be at the bigger ends as well. Now what we're going to do is just start to bring your knee up a little bit higher and see if you can bring it up towards your elbows as well. During this workout, we are going to be taking you through lots of different exercises, but at the same time, each exercise will be done twice. And we're going to do them in little circuits as well. So that means that the first time we do the exercise, if it's not a comfortable exercise for you, or you're not really sure what you're meant to be doing, that's absolutely fine. We can always give you some modifications. And then the second time we do the exercise, you'll be able to start to see yourself pushing yourself a little bit more. You'll feel a little bit more familiar with it as well. So if you can just start to bring this into a little bit of a skip, just bringing yourself up onto your tiptoes a little bit more as you drive that knee up. Good. So for those of you which are still in bed, come on, get up. Give this a go. Get yourself into your activity early in the day. It's important to keep a routine at this sort of times. It might be the kids doing Joe Wicks at 9 o'clock, but it's your time in the mornings a little bit more. Get some cereal down there, and you can join us with a little workout. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is just a little bit of a squat here. So I want your feet shoulder width apart. You can place your hands onto your hips, and all you do is just a little half squat. So you're literally just dropping your hips back a little bit here. Now it doesn't have to be too intense. We are going to be doing some squats, and there are some options of some jumps later on. So it's just about getting the legs active at the moment. So it's not too much of a deep squat at the moment. Each exercise we're going to be doing at the moment is around about 30 seconds in the warm-ups. And then we're going to move to around about 45 seconds of work when we actually get into our main workouts as well. Okay, this time we're just going to do a little bit of a jumping jack. Keep it fairly low intensity to begin with. You've always got the option of stepping out if you want to as well. All you need is a little bit of space, your mobile phone, your tablet. If you've got a bit of a serious setup going on and you want to see the workouts following easily, you might just be plugging in a cable from your mobile device into your big TV. You'll be able to see things a little bit clearer that way as well. Okay, what we're going to do now is a reverse lunge. So just step back and back. Step back, come back. When you're doing this one, make sure you've got a little bit of space behind you. If that is too much, then just take a smaller lunge at this moment as well. But if you can, start to get down a little bit deeper, that would be great. Okay, now we're going to go to an imaginary skipping. So imagine you have got a skipping rope and just get up onto the tiptoes. We're only doing about 30 seconds here. You can move a little bit of side to side. You can come forwards and backwards as well. The whole goal here is just to get your heart rates up a little bit more, but also just to really prepare your body for some of the exercises we're going to be doing. As with a lot of exercises, when you're doing bodyweight exercises, it's important to keep yourself moving, but at the same time, it's important to listen to your body. And it's okay to stop. You can always join back in. I won't be going anywhere, so you can just join in, have a little breather as and when you need to, and hopefully I'll be able to talk all the way through all these exercises as well. Okay, what we're going to do this time, 3 punches, jump. 3 punches, jump. 3 punches, jump. So we're just rotating around about 180 degrees every single time that you jump. 3 punches and jump. Now, if you're doing this upstairs, those people downstairs are going to be wondering what's going on. So you can always just step across. Your choice as to how hard you want to work. Okay, now what we're going to do is take this into a little bit of a deeper squat. So squat and just push off. Squat, push off. See if you can just get your toes to come off the floor just slightly. It's not so much for jump. We're building towards some of the bigger exercises we're going to be doing. But all we want you to do, just to get used to extending your hips in quite a quick range of movement. Okay, now what we're going to do, a little bit of a jumping jack. So a little bit wider this time, taking your hands up a little bit higher. And again, you have got the option to make this a big movement with a step if you wanted to. But if you can get that jump going, it'll get your heart rates up and get your body ready for the workout you're going to be doing as well. Good work, guys. Okay, last few seconds. What we're going to do, push from one side to the other. One side to the other. So as you're pushing off here, you can see I'm using my arms just to give you a little bit of momentum, moving from one side to the other. This not only starts to get my shoulders moving, but it also starts to give my heart rate a little bit more of a lift because the arms start to come above the chest. Okay, 30-second breather. Grab yourself a drink now if you need it. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into an overhead squat. You've got 20 seconds till we start this, but let me give you a little demonstration. Your arms are going to go high in the air. And what you're going to do is have your feet around about shoulder width apart, lower your hips towards your heels, and then come back up. Now, it doesn't seem like a hard exercise, but your arms, ironically, are going to start to ache from doing this one. It is a leg exercise, but the arms will be starting to challenge as well. So come and join me. 45 seconds of work now. Lower your hips towards your heels, brings that back up. Your goal here is to try and keep your spine in a nice straight line. Now, again, we'll be doing this exercise a second time in around about 2 or 3 minutes time. So you've got a little bit of time to get used to the technique. That way then you can start to see how low you want to go, but at the same time, you can then always go a little bit harder, quicker, keep your arms up, maybe hold a weight later on the second round as well. We've got just over 10 seconds to go doing this, and then what we're going to do is give you a little bit of a breather. Let those arms come back down and rest a little bit as well. One more. Good work. Okay, 15 seconds rest. The second exercise we're going to do is a speed skater. Now, we did a little bit in our warm-up. Your goal now is to move a little bit more dynamically. So if you've got the space, use it. If you haven't got the space, let's go a little bit lower this one as well. Here we go. Push 45 seconds from one side to the other. Try and keep yourself as athletic as you can. You will start to feel your legs burning a little bit during this one. That's not a bad thing, that's the good stuff. So just keep yourself moving, even if that just needs to be a side step. That's absolutely fine. But if you can push yourself from side to side a little bit more. This is a great exercise for working the outside of the hips, working through the glute muscles therefore, but it also just pushes your heart rate up as well. You should start to find yourself feeling warmer. Hopefully you've got your workout kit on. If you're doing this in the pajamas, you're going to start to feel the workout a little bit quicker because your heart rate is going to be going up here. Take 10 seconds more rest. Then what we've got is a lateral jump. Check this one out. We're going to move from one side over to the other, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to land into a bit of a squat, so just to soften the knees, okay? Make sure when you land, your knees are over your ankles, and we'll just push from one side to the other. Now again, if this isn't what you want to be doing in terms of jumping, you have got the options of step, squat, step, squat. So again, you can pick the intensity that you want to work to. But if you can take that jump, that's great. Again, always we've got a second round coming up. So all these exercises from the overhead squat, the speed skater, and this lateral jump, you can pick either one of them and pick the options that are working for you. Okay, rest there. 15 seconds rest. First exercise again, okay? So we repeat all these rounds. 3 exercises repeated. Overhead squat starts in 5, 4, arms up high, back straight, lower your hips towards your heels. Let's go, 45 seconds. That's good. The goal is to try and get your hips to go as low towards your heels as possible with your back staying straight. Good work, team. This is where your heart rate might start to come down a little bit, but it's time to work on the strength of the legs a little bit more as well. Now, option, if you wanted the progression, just push off onto the tiptoes a little bit more. You'll get a little bit more calf action working. Maybe you can pick up something heavy. Maybe you've got your water bottle nearby you. You can pick up something around on the tables, something around on the side counters, anything to challenge you a little bit more. Okay, relax there. 15 seconds rest. Speed skaters next, okay? Here's a demo again, from one side to the other. Make it as big as possible. Make it as low as possible as well. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good. And when you push this one, let your feet come close together. Some people allow their foot to go behind them, puts a lot of rotation onto their knee. So just bring your foot to the side and then back to the other side as well. Drive the arms. Let the arms really accelerate you forwards and backwards as well. The bigger this range of movement is, the higher the heart rate's going to go, the more work the muscles are going to be doing as well. You've got 15 seconds to go. Can we make this even bigger again? Your choice. Depends how much space you might have as well. Last 5 seconds to go. 15-second break coming up. And there it is. Stop there. Loosen your body up. Third exercise in our first circuit. What we're going to be doing is our jumping squats from side to side, or if you wanted to, step squat. Again, you can hold something heavy if you need to. Let's go. Good work. Now, you're using your arms. This will help give you a little bit of momentum. But when you're doing this one, are you thinking about getting your hips down towards your heels still? Every time we go into a squat, you're probably going to hear me say something along those lines at some point. Really important to get your hips down nice and low so that you can start to challenge that a little bit more. Again, you've got the option of taking this into a step. 15 seconds of work to go. I'm going with the progressions. The option is just taking a side step and then into a squat. Last 5 seconds to go. You're doing a great job if you're with me still. And relax there. Okay, we've got 45 seconds off. Now we're going to go down to the floor. So if you have got a mat nearby you, this is the time to get it out. If not, you could use a towel. Good work. 25 seconds, and we're going to go down into a plank position. Bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders, and you've got two options here. Either up onto your hands, or this can be done on your elbows as well. I'm going to go straight to my hands. We're going in 3 seconds. Hold the plank for me. Let's go. Bring yourself up. Now, if this is okay for you, I want you to think about bringing your shoulder blades back and down. Squeezing your butt cheeks tight together. The option of bringing your hand to touch your shoulder would be the progression. We've got 25 seconds left of this one. If you can keep squeezing your butt cheeks and have a minimal shift from side to side, that's what we're going for. It's all about trying to challenge you here, but at the same time, giving you options to either step up the exercise or to do a little check down, and just to make it a suitable exercise for you as well. If you can look at your fingertips or an imaginary line between your fingertips, that'll help keep the spine in good position. Okay, have a breather. Second exercise we're going to be doing is a V-set. You're going to lie on your back on this one. Your hands reach up over your head, and we're going to reach towards our toes. Eyes look up towards the ceiling. Let's reach up and then back down. So this is your V-set. Again, it's 45 seconds. This is your second exercise of the little second circuit we're doing. Option to make this a little bit easier. Knees come towards elbows. If you bend your legs, then your body isn't as long. It makes it a little bit easier. So you've got the option to progress or to just check down that exercise and make sure your form is good. Keep a little bit of distance between your chin and chest. Look up towards the ceiling. If your neck starts to get a little bit uncomfortable, you can support it with just one hand. Good job. Okay, 15 seconds left there. Now we're going to go into a side plank. So what we're going to do is we're going to be setting yourself up with your elbow and shoulder in a straight alignment. Your feet are going to be stacked upon each other. You can use your hand on the floor to help you. We're going to go up. We're going to be here for just over 20 seconds. Option of putting your hand onto your hip or extending your arm up into the air as well. Just 10 seconds more. Again, keep squeezing your bum cheeks tight. Think about pushing your hips up high. A lot of times people's hips start to sag when they're doing a side plank, but we want your hips up as high as they can be and really hold a really strong, stable position. 2, 1, and relax from that one. We're going to swap over to the opposite side really quickly. You might be turning around, feet up upon each other, reach your arm up. Don't forget, we are going to be doing all these exercises twice. So in this second circuit, the first exercise we're going to be doing is our shoulder tapping plank. The second exercise is going to be our V-sit. And then this third exercise is going to be our side planks. Okay, let's take a little breather here. First exercise. Okay, this time with that shoulder tap, you have the option of slowing it down. The slower you do this one, the better it's going to be. Let's get you ready. Hands underneath your shoulders, up onto your tiptoes. Let's go. Super slow motion. I want you to feel like Robocop, working slowly. Bring your hands up towards your shoulder, slowly back down again. Minimal shift from side to side. Eyes looking down, an imaginary line between your fingertips. I want you to work strong, slow, but very precise work. Okay. Good work, good work. Okay, let's rest there. Next one is going to be our V-sets. Let's get you ready for this one. Bring it back down onto the floor. Now remember, you've got the options of lowering your limbs, which means elbows towards knees. If you can, we extend your arms. You might want to grab a water bottle or something with a little bit of weight to make that a little bit more challenging if you need to. So the options are holding something in your arms, massively make a difference, especially if you keep the arms as long and strong as you can as well. So here we go. Eyes looking up towards the ceiling. Let's reach towards the toes. Come up as high as you can, lower yourself back down. Breathe out as you come up. Breathe in as you lower yourself back down. Breathe out and in. Now try not to let your legs collapse there. We want your shoulder blades lifting off the floor. We want a slow lowering position as well. Keeping it slow, stable, strong. 15 seconds left to go. Reach for the toes. Breathe out. Breathe in. As you lower down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Time for 2 more. Last one. Good. 15 seconds break. Side planks coming up. So elbow underneath the shoulder. Your option, if you wanted to, take it up into a higher plank. So that will be your hand rather than your elbow on the floor. Let's get you set up. 3, 2, 1. Long, tall side plank here. Push your hips up. If you would like even more of a progression, reach underneath and then come back up. Reach underneath with your arm and then come back up. Let your head and shoulders both rotate round. Okay, let's swap the sides over. Really quick transition. Really strong, tall plank. Push your hips up high. Option of reaching your arm under, or you can just hold. It's up to you. You've got 14 seconds of work to go. You pick intensity. Just around the corner, we give you a little bit of rest again. You've got 45 seconds rest, starting in 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Okay, we don't need the mats at the moment. Let's move those away. Okay, here's how it's going to work. It's a pop-up squat. We're back to the legs. We're back to pushing your heart rates up. Your hands reach down towards the floor. Pop up and back down again. So it's just bringing your feet in close together. From this position where your hands are nice and low, just a very quick movement. I'm not looking for height on this one. I'm looking for speed really quickly as well. Okay, let's get you ready. Hips down towards your heels. Feet turned out slightly. Pop up and back down. 30 seconds of work here. Then we give you your recovery. Just pick up that speed if you can. It's all about speed on this one. Quick movement, quick feet, good agility, powerful movement. You're doing a great job. You just got to keep moving as quick as you can on this one. You know the option is going to be a nice, easy squat. We know that one. It's about speed if you can hold it. But at the same time, if any time you need to slow down, that is fine. You've always got your water. Take a little breather any time. 5 seconds of work to go. Then we have a little bit of rest. Then we've got a second exercise coming up. Okay. Second exercise is going to be our jumping jacks, okay? This one is dynamic. I'm looking for you to give me a little bit of air time, a bit of hang time. I want you to jump up, create that big star, and then get as much off the floor and as quick off the floor as you can. Here we go. Option of this one is doing it slower. The other option is just doing it with a half jack if you wanted to. So there's your options. You can just do one side, 2 sides, 1 side, 2 sides. We've got the options here. You can do it low. Or the option, get off the floor. 20 seconds of work to go. As much work as you can do, as and when you can. If you need a little breather, you need to finish a bit early, that's fine. You've only got 10 seconds left to go. And rest there. Oh, that's a tough one. You can feel we're trying to push on these last ones here. Next exercise coming up is a burpee. I know. But if you're only doing this one workout, you've got to do everything you can. Burpee, starting in 3, 2, 1. An easy option, hands go down, step out, step in, stand up. That's option 1. Option 2, you jump in and out. Option 3, put a jump in in the air. So you pick the option you want to do. I'll go option 2 at the moment. Pick the intensity you want to do. You jump in, you stand up. You jump out, in, stand up. Every time you jump back, try and find a really strong plank position like you did earlier. You've got 10 seconds of work to go. Do as much as you can do. Good, well done. One more. Good work, okay. Have a little breather here. Pop-up squats coming up. You should feel yourself a little bit breathless now. If you're not, could you be pushing yourself harder? If you've got injuries, little niggles, that's absolutely fine. Just about as much work as you can do. Okay, pop up squat, down to the floor, pop it up, let's go. This is the second time we've done this one. Remember the options. You can just take it to a squat, or if you would like progression, quicker. It's all about speed on this one. Keeping your back nice and straight. Keep looking towards the screen. That'll keep your head in a good position for you. Okay, 15 seconds breather. Woo. Jumping jacks coming up. In 7, 6, 5. Here we go. So I'm going to save option 2. Option 3, quicker, with more hang time. Trying to stay up into the air, getting off the floor as quick as you can. Keep yourself moving, keep yourself active. If it gets too tough towards the last few seconds, that's absolutely fine. You can always take it into a side stepping jack. Just give me 15 seconds more, and then I'll give you a break. You keep it going. You're coming to a real good workout here. You've just got to hang in there. We haven't got a long time to go. Let's make it a good time. Put the work in now. Great job, rest there. Burpees. We can do this. Hang in there, burpees. I'll stay with option 2. Option 1 is walking in and out. Option 2, a little jump. Option 3, get the height in. Option 2 is with me. Whew. Good. Find me that strong plank position. Stand up tall. Shoulder blades back. Standing tall. Good work, guys. Hang in there. 20 seconds of work to go. Once we've done these, then we're going to go into some stretches. Literally 10 seconds of workout to go. Then we start taking you into your cool down. 5 seconds. Always time for one more. There it is. Okay. Grab yourself a breather. Grab a drink if you need it. Take your hands behind you. Lift your chin and chest up. Push your arms back. Good work, guys. It's a tough exercise, this there. Especially if you kept going the whole way through. So you did a really good job if you did. You can see my hands are behind me. Think about your chin and chest opening up. Okay, just open up those arms for me. We're just going to let your heart rates come back down. So we're going to take you through a whole range of stretches here, just to loosen up some of the muscles that you've just been working. Okay, your next stretch, we're going to step wide. What you're going to do is turn one foot out towards the side. Doesn't matter which side, but we're going to travel the hips over towards that side. Just hold that stretch to begin with. If you feel like that is getting a good stretch on the inside of your straight leg, that's perfect. If you would like more of a stretch, separate those legs a little bit more, come down a little bit lower. The available range of movement that you've got is going to dictate how far this stretch is going to go, but you've always got the options to get that stretch a little further. If you want to reach the arm up a little bit higher, that's absolutely fine as well. Okay, let's swap over to the opposite side. Turn the feet around the opposite way, transition your hips over to the opposite side, and take yourself into the same position that you were just in. With all these stretches, it's just a way of getting your body to lengthen out, to release the tension you've just been building up as well. Okay, we're going to go down towards the floor. Bring your mat or towel in if you want to. We're going to go into just an up dog and a down dog. So here's how it's going to start. Hands underneath your shoulders. Turn your toes down towards the floor. Give me a strong plank position. And then lower your hips towards the floor and lift your chin and chest up tall. And you're just going to feel a stretch through the front of your hips. And you can just rock them side to side just to feel that stretch come through the hip. Now, check this out. We're going to push into your hands, push your hips back and up into the air. Use your arms to push through your shoulders and think about pushing your heels down towards the floor. So really trying to lengthen and get a good stretch through the hamstrings here. And you can just start to walk your heels just to give you a little bit more of a stretch. Now check this out. The right foot goes close to your right hand. And it doesn't matter how close it gets, but that's what you're aiming for. So if you need to swing it in place, that's fine. Turn towards that knee. Reach your arm up. So I've got my right foot forwards. I've got my right hand up. Look up towards your fingertips if you can. And what you're going to start to feel is that stretch all the way through these side muscles, but also through quite a few different joints as well. Let's swap it over to the opposite side. Try to rotate your shoulders around a little bit. Brilliant. Okay. Now we're going to take it into a quadricep stretch. So you can do this lying down on the floor, or you can do it standing. It's totally up to you. What you're looking for on this one is just to take your foot, hold it with your hand around your foot, and then just bring the knee as far back as you can, bringing your heel up towards your bum cheeks, and just push your hand and your foot closer together for the biggest stretch of the quads. And then let's swap it over to the opposite side. I hope you enjoyed the workout. We'll be back at 12 o'clock and at 5 o'clock tonight. So if you've been watching this one, wondering what's going to be in store for you, then that's great. If this is your starting of the day and your goal now is to go outside, get a walk, get a run in. Maybe it's walking the dog, maybe it's just playing with the kids in the garden. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day out there. So go enjoy it. My name's Matt Gleed. This has been Matrix Fitness, doing a live workout for you guys. Hopefully you'll join us again soon. Thanks everyone.